Hi everyone, welcome to the Knacklers workshop, and today we're just going to give you a bit of an update on all the progress I've made with the Adept No. 2 shaper machine. There's a few lists, other videos in the playlist, so if you're not really up to speed it might be worth looking at those first. Now I've been trying to push on this, but time's got away with me really before I have my hip-hop, and I wanted to make sure I had some sort of video to show you to keep running whilst I can't sort of get in the workshop. So I've sort of tried to set it out on the bench into 3 different areas. So this is I don't really know what, because this is a homemade, it was a manual shaper, this is sort of the you know, it doesn't fall into normal categories of component parts, but so I've stripped all this and painted all this, or cleaned it up and painted. Everything's running pretty well on here, so that's it's good news. I've gone through and I've made sure, let's move around there, I've chopped off I made sure that all the bolts, everything's of the right size and flush, you know, just to make it look a bit more sort of professional. And it always seems to me, if you leave bits sticking out, there are other places, you know, dirt and swarf can hang on to, so to speak. So we got all this. This is all finished. Got the table here, that's all done, wrapped in cling film. So they're all, this is all done here, this part of it. Got the vice, that's all tickety boom, we're ready to rock and roll with that. So that's this bit, very pleased. So I've got no worries there. It's all done. If we look at the I've got the ram all painted up. Again, I've been chopping off, sort of just making everything fit nicely and paying a bit more attention to it. But time's run out, you know, got away from me, as I said earlier. So these parts still need to be degreased and cleaned up and just checked that there aren't any issues with them. So I've got about less than a week before I sort of leave the workshop for 6 to 8 weeks. So the chances of completing that are fairly slim. But we've made good progress with this. Got the clapper box to sort out. We've got the hand wheel to move the clapper up and down. All fits on there. There's the actual I don't know what we call it, ham or little knob thing, that was missing, never was on there. I've established what is a Whitworth thread in there. I've got a die to do that, and I've got some material, so we're all ready to rock and roll on that. Just need time really to be able to complete that part. So this is pretty easy to do really. It's just a bit of time to clean up, repair anything. I don't think anything's actually wrong, so it's really cleaning up, bit of paint if it's needed. This is just reassembling. There's a few little touch-up bits of paint. I will be able to get that done, and that'll be all put away ready. Cleaned up all the pulleys, so we're all tickety-boo there. There's nothing to do there. So this is the other thing that I sort of, if you're a regular viewer, I alluded to this in, I think, a hodgepodge or somewhere anyway. So these are old piston connecting rods, or con rods as we call them in the UK. So I've sawn off some bits of steel, and effectively that will fit on there. So I'm going to turn turn these down so they're the same width, and then I'm going to mill a flat on them, so then I can drill that, and that can go, or we can drill down through there, and that will hold that inside, and then we'll drill a hole in there, and then that allow for this bar to go through. So this is where we bolt the motor onto, and so then that will allow it to pivot up and down. As you can see that, sorry, up and down. So that this is too short, so I've got another bit of steel here, so again just need to turn that down, and then we have the right length. As I say, just turn these to width, so just facing off, and then make sure they fit in there, mill off flat, and so then I have that pivot point there. So again, this is a smaller piece, so this is going to go there, and then we just mill a flat on it, a couple of bolts to hold that on, and then that'll go on there, which will fit there, so that as we tension the belt on the drive from the motor, everything will be tickety-boo. So the shaft goes through here, and that's this shaft here all polished up, and these pulleys fit on there. So what the concept I've been trying to do is, because I worked in the world of software, you know, for many years, lots of things don't rely on other things, they don't have to know anything. So I'm building here a complete lay shaft and a motor, but it doesn't really care what it's going to drive. It's just that's his job, to the motor to turn the shaft, and then the pulleys, and we've got the various different size. They're a matching set of sizes for the pulleys, so then I can get all my gearing sorted out. But what it does mean is I could sit this could sit under the main shape a bit and come up and drive this pulley, or it could sit behind it and drive that pulley. It could be anywhere. It doesn't, you know, I'm not building it so everything relies on each other. So if I decided to sell that or didn't want it anymore, this bit would still be useful for another machine. So that's where I'm, you know, my logic of what I'm trying to do here is not bind that to that, because they don't really need to know. And if my workshop changes, which we know it will when the guys retire from here, I may have one configuration here, but I want to do it something different in a new place, and that will just you know, what I'm trying to do is sort of future-proof it to a certain extent, so it will allow me to, you know, position the motor in a different place if needs be. So yeah, so that's my logic on that. So again, this is, I believe I've got all the material. I haven't got to get anything. I've just need time really, just to finish that off. Now, so the only real outstanding thing that I haven't, other than, you know, once I've got the time and when I get back to the back after my hip's done, I will crack on with it, is the bench that it's going to go on. Now, I'm not 100% certain what I'm going to fit it to, but I've got some ideas, but I'll talk to you about that in the next update, because hopefully in the next update we should have a lot of these parts pieced together, and I will have sort of clarified my thinking on how I want to set this up in the workshop. You know, once I've got the motor system running, and I've finished off the RAM and all that stuff, and just reassembled those parts. So yeah, you know, apologies I haven't got it going, but we're a whole lot closer, and I'm relatively pleased with how things are progressing. So so until the next time, you know, yeah, if you've got any ideas or logic, or, you know, think my logic's sort of failed slightly, by all means, you know, put them in the comments. I'm happy for some sort of constructive ideas, you know. But until next time, you know, many thanks for watching, and stay happy, strong and healthy, and cheerio.